Havertz. You know, he's been the big winner of the Champions League last season, getting that goal in that big moment. How have you felt him this season? Because it's kind of felt like he's not quite got to that real top level that we kind of hoped after that big goal.
Yeah, that's a fact, and he does everything to reach his level again, and we do everything to help him. And he is an important player of our squad, and it will be like this in the moment. He had many games to start with. He started strong in the season. He was very strong in pre-season. The story has not changed, but he lacked this. Is as simple as that. He lacks the statistics of decisive things, of goals and assists, and he needs to fight. He needs to fight his way back into the team when he gets minutes, and this can happen anytime. We trust in him and we believe in him, and the rest has to come from him, and he's willing to do so. He's in a good shape. He's in a good mental state. He knows what he's fighting for, and that's the situation right now.
Jake, we have seen some problems in the attack in the last couple of weeks. Do you feel that with some kind of kind fixtures coming up in the next few weeks, is there the possibility, thinking about changing the formation, having a look at different systems that might make it easier for some of the attacking players?
Yes and no. We are always thinking about it, but is it really a tactical thing? And does it have less value that we are a difficult team to play against than being a team that scores always easy 3 goals? Who scores always easy? I mean, is this the right step to take? This is the question. Of course, we can take the step when we are fully convinced, and when is the moment to put more offensive players. But this is also about balance. This game is about balance, and we found the balance. And the main point is that we stay active no matter what structure we play, and the guys help each other on the field. And I think that we can create chances in any kind of structure. But yeah, of course we think about everything, but you have to find the right moment, because like I said, there are also a lot of reasons why to stay in our structure and increase and improve the behavior within the structure, because I think it's the most important how we play it, that we stay active and aggressive. You can also score from counterattacks, from ball wins. And this is not only about creating chances against the opponent who's defending deep, and a lot of teams are defending deep in the moment against us. It's maybe the most difficult. So we're looking for solutions. That's why we are here. One solution could be, like you said, to change formation, put more offensive players. Let's see.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
I have more of a general question, if you don't mind. I was wondering about your relationship to Sweden and Swedish football. Maybe a tricky question, but if there's anything you can share, then that I would be happy.
I remember a very nice holiday in Stockholm for 3-4 days. It was beautiful, with a bike in the city, a beautiful hotel, beautiful city. It was a very, very relaxing holidays, and very inspiring city. Very open-minded people that we met there. So yeah, and in general, Scandinavian style of living and Scandinavian style of thinking outside the box is very impressive, and this is something that you feel also in the approach in sport. So when you play Danish teams, when you play Swedish teams, you feel that they are confident, and that they are not shy of trying new ways to reach their personal best level. So this is always inspiring, and much more I cannot share. No, of course, we're well prepared to play against Malmo tomorrow, and we're well prepared, and we prepared already our team to our opponent, because they deserve full respect, and of course we show all the respect to everybody who plays against us. And yeah, this is pretty much it.
Yes, hi. What potential threat do you see in Malmo FF?
I think in general they are a team which plays with a lot of confidence in their own style, and they trust in what they are doing. They are maybe not used to this highest level. That's why they maybe struggled a little bit in the beginning of the group phase, because the league in Sweden is not the same level like Champions League. But still, they have a certain style, and they trust their style, and I feel them very confident within that. So we should absolutely not underestimate it, and we should respect them like we respect any team, and turn it around and be on our top level. It's a very successful coach. It's a very successful coach as a player. They are individually good, and then, like I said, it's a team that trusts their own style and can hurt you any minute if we're not awake.
Paul Gilmore.
Hi Thomas, since winning the Champions League, you've obviously added Romelu Lukaku. I was just going to ask you, do you think the players are still adjusting to having a player like that in the team, and is there anything more you can do from a tactical point of view just to get the best out of him on a consistent basis?
This will increase every day because we are in the process of adapting to each other. I think in the very moment, is my opinion, I feel Romelu a bit like overplayed. I think he played too many competitions over the summer, with too many competitions with national team. Now he played the Nations League, and he is a fantastic athlete and such a competitive guy that he digs in deep and he wants to win these things. He never takes them easy and judges games. He wants to be out there and win. So I know how much he wanted to have a good outcome for a European Championship with Belgium, and the opposite. And now again in Nations League, this was a huge match for him personally. It meant a lot to him. It means a lot to him to play for his country. So he takes it really serious. If that does not work well, he always puts it on his shoulders. He thinks about it. He reflects about it. And I feel him a bit tired, mentally tired. Not like hugely that we have a concern, but he's not like that. For me, he does not like fully enjoy without having second thoughts and third thoughts. I mean, for me, he's overplayed a little bit, and this is the key point. And he will find once he finds his rhythm and once he finds things a bit easier. But it's difficult to judge. Does he really need a break, or is it better to keep him on the pitch? And the next national break is coming, but this is what I feel particularly for him. Some other players too. For me, it's the same a bit like with Mason and Jorginho. They struggle. They have a lot of weight to carry for their countries, and they take it and they love it, and they are competitors. And if you like it or not, if you play 1,000 matches a year, it becomes a bit like, it can feel heavy. Although they love the game and they're such good guys, but this is what I feel between the lines with them.
If I may just as well ask about team news. I know we always like to kind of find out about the housekeeping, who's fit, who's not, please, if that might be. And then I'll ask you another question after that, please.
That's an easy one. It's only Christian Pulisic who's missing tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Now, I was interested last week when you were talking about your players being nominated for the Ballon d'Or, and you said you had absolutely no idea which Chelsea players were nominated, and you're not interested in individual awards. So I wonder if you might tell us, what have you done with your UEFA Coach of the Year award then? Where is it? And what did you think of being, you don't know where it is?
Yeah, I don't have a room for this, and it's not in my office that everybody sees it. You come in, and I don't have a room for this at home. I love my work, and I love my work on an everyday basis, and that does not change if I get a trophy or not a trophy. I'm very grateful that I got it. It's unbelievable, almost unbelievable to have this, but I will not change my opinion on this. This is my right to have my opinion, and I have my opinion.
Your players maybe aren't playing exactly at their best. And is that because they're playing too much football right now? I mean,
yeah, I think we lack a little bit of form, and we lack a bit of enthusiasm in the last yes, and I think one big reason is that we play too much. Not we as a club, but the players play too much. And I'm a big friend of quality and not quantity. So this is what's the situation right now, and what we are facing. But this is nothing new, and the next national break is coming, and it's coming soon, and it will not change. In the opposite, we will have January or February. We will have another competition to play in, and then things can look sometimes a bit stiff or like a bit harder than it should be. But don't forget, I mean, we're talking about Premier League, and Premier League is the toughest league in the world. So there is also no shame in having a tight match at Brentford, and there is absolutely no shame that you need a late winner against Southampton. It is what it is, and it is very important that we don't feel ashamed, and we don't are too critical with ourselves. It is what it is, and if you have hard moments, you fight through the hard moments. We wanted to be a team that nobody likes to play against, and we are on a good way. And from there we try to improve. Will it ever feel easy that we win our games? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if it feels easy for any team in Premier League to win any game, let it be at home or away game. So maybe it's normal, and you have to embrace the situation that it's difficult at the moment. In the moment we find our ways to win the games, there's still room to improve. I agree with everybody, but we lack a bit of form, we lack a bit of freshness, we lack a bit of joy. And for me, the key reason is not the mentality, is not the attitude, is nothing else but what you said. We are coming from travels, we're coming from planes. I mean, if you think about yourself, I mean, if you travel through time zones and you are in a hotel and then you change the hotel, and you know it's easy said, and then you're one day at home and see your family, and then you go back to the hotel, and then you play at Brentford, and then the next one is Champions League. It can be tiring. And I can only repeat it. I'm a big friend of quality, and the quality players need to be in shape because the spectators want to see the best players in the best shape, and this is simply too much football and too many different competitions.
Injuries. But Christian Pulisic has missed a lot of games already this season, and I know supporters are quite worried about what's happening with him. I just wondered whether you could give us any detail on what his problem is, whether he's had a setback, when we might see him, because it just seems every week Christian's out. Yeah, and I, for one, don't really know what's wrong with him, I've got to be honest.
Well, he got injured during a match with USA, and was a foul, was a tough foul, and he hurt his ankle. There's nothing to worry in terms of that we are hiding details, or we're not telling you details. I cannot give you all the details because I'm simply not a doctor, but in the moment he has some setbacks from pain, not from major injury or not from complication. It's simply the pain in the ankle that disturbs him. And once these players with these quick movements like Christian, once they feel this pain and are not free in the movement, it's the recovery is not happening. So you start all over again, and you reach a certain point, and then the pain comes back, and you have to do a little pause, and then you start all over again. So right now we're very, very close. He was already so close to come to team training last week and had a little setback and a little reaction by pain. Nothing serious, but serious pain. And from there on we go. He is very impatient, of course, and he does everything, and we can see him suffer in every meeting, and every time we meet him here in our training center, he's really suffering. He wants to be on the pitch and help us, and everybody's doing its very best, but unfortunately the injury takes its time.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Stay online.